Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing about our new topic that is relative locators. Okay, if you see my previous video, I have explained for 8 different kind of locators. Okay, sorry, that are ID, name, tag name, and XPath and CSS selector and class name, link text, and partial link text. Okay, these are the 8 locators I have explained. Okay, XPath and CSS selector, how we can able to do that, again I will explain you for separate video. Okay, because there are different kind of ways we can able to take it for XPath and CSS selector. Okay, that I have shown for one relative locator how we can able to pick and down. Okay, now we are going to see for relative locators. Relative locators is basically released in 4 version onwards. Starting they call it as a friendly locators. Okay, friendly locators. Because these locators, in case if there is any locator, if it is not achievable, then we can able to take this particular relative locators. Okay. What about that relative locators is basically above, below, to left, out, to left of, to right of, and near. Okay, these are the 5 different locators they released it. Okay, how we can able to achieve and what is the purpose of this? Basically, whenever you can imagine, there I have a locator, but it doesn't have any attribute. It's just one kind of locator. It is there, but doesn't have any attribute. But it's above there is a text box. It is having 4 locator, but I need to achieve by using that. Okay, how we can able to use? First we can able to find above the locator, and then we can able to use this below locator. Okay, and the similar format of below is having the attributes, but above it is doesn't have any attributes. But achieving by using for below, we can find it and we can able to use the above condition to filling the value. Okay, that way we can able to fill. And to left and right, sometimes buttons uh, submit and cancel buttons are there, but doesn't have some attribute on the right side of this. Then we can use it for left side of path, and we can able to click for the right by using for to right of. Similar format to left of also. Okay, nearby, basically this particular functionality, it will work by default 50 pixel. Okay, if something the element nearby 50 pixel, any element, don't assume I have for 3 different kind of buttons or text box or checkbox. I want to like now here there is a one checkbox, okay, and here one checkbox. In the down there is a 50 pixel another checkbox is there, but to right side, right, there is a checkbox. This particular checkbox is a more than 50 pixel and below one is a 50 pixel. Okay, that moment what will happen? This particular checkbox based upon this particular one, it will click here. Okay, it will take for randomly. Like if any particular element in the tag which is used, the nearby 50 pixel, then it will be clicked. Okay, it is not conformly, it will not click what we are expected. Nearby only it will work maximum 50 pixel only. If that any element if it is there, then you can use it. Okay, otherwise you can use for below, right or left, above, like this any one of them, and you can able to achieve it. Okay, how we can able to do? For this I'm going to taking for this particular URL. Okay, and we are going to do for, we'll take for email, and we need to click for above one, entering for this particular name location. Okay, for this again we need to inspect this element. I have already created a file, DC03 and relatives. Okay, and here I have already filled that all the things for achieving for above condition, above locator. Okay, and we can go ahead for find for this particular element email one. Email is having for id attribute. I'm going to take the id attribute. Okay, constant above locator. Okay, and we need to click for above one right now. Okay, driver dot of find element. Okay, and by dot we are using for id. Okay, and we can use for our id value. Okay, and we need to import by attribute. Here we can use for comma and use for the by. Okay, now we need to find the locator. How to find the locator? By using for tag name. By using for tag name. What is the tag name of this one? Input. Okay, and here also the tag name as input. Okay, here basically it will work for based upon the tags. Okay, it will work for the tag. If there is any tag related to input, that particular tags only it will work. In case if there is an here one tag, it is there here input, and here text area, and here is input. Again what will happen? It will not sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not be work. Okay, text area place, because the tag names is different for both the places. Okay, in case if you have something like that, any URL, try. In case if you are getting some error and all, you can comment on this particular video. I'll try to help you how to do that as well. Okay, now I need to click for above one of input one. Okay, now here we need to create we need to get that locator, above locator. Okay, uh, above we can able to say value. I'll mention. Okay, for understanding purpose. Okay, now again I'm going to do for await driver dot a find element, a driver dot find element we are going to use. Okay, and inside that we are going to use for locate with. Okay, locate with, this locate with is already imported when we choose. Okay, and here we need to use for by dot tag name. Basically a tag name is deprecated when I'm using this particular VS Code. It is showing deprecate, but still it will work. In case if you feel after deprecate why should we need to use, then any alternative, sorry, any alternative is there or not? Yes, it is there alternative, that is called CSS selector. We can use for CSS selector, and the tag name we can able to mention. Okay, the tag name we are going to mention it for input. Okay, that is basically it is input based things, right? Because of that we are using. Okay, after that, okay, after that here we need to click for, we took for email, we need to use the above functionality. That above functionality which we have mentioned the locator, that particular locator we need to choose. Okay, now we saved that locator value inside this. Okay, don't use for directly here, click on send keys. It will work maybe first time or second time. Okay, when you running this particular code, if you directly using line right in the pipeline, it will give you some errors. Okay, instead of doing that, you can do for to save the locator in like this, and then you can use for await above value dot send keys. Okay, you can use for any kind of email, testing at the rate gmail.com. Okay, this is my locator, and I need to use for await driver dot sleep 1000. Okay, I need to see that whether it will be worked or not. Okay, now I'm running this particular file. We can see the above value is stored or not. Okay, actually that is a name I have given for email ID. See, now you can see it is presented, right? Like this we can able to provide. Okay, here instead of email we can use for testing. Okay, and then below we need to use. Okay, For the below purpose, again we need to use for above email. This is the one. Okay. We need to find this particular one. Name attribute is there. Okay. We can save this one, and below email field we can able to store it. Okay. Now I'm going to use that below locator. Okay. Constant below locator. Okay. Await driver dot find element, and we can use for by dot id, and then we can use for email, sorry, a name field. Okay. From the name below value I need to click. Okay. Below value I need to click, and then for this we can use for below value await driver dot find element. We can use for locate with, sorry, by dot css, and then that is the css as an input. Okay. And the below of my locator. Okay. And once we get the locator and saved it, and we can able to use for this one at the rate now gmail.com, because we are using for name, which is the name. It is that this particular locator below the value which is indicate of input tag, that particular value we need to set. Okay. I can see testing and email is both are set, right? Now to right and to left we need to use. Okay, if you comes to here, there are two left and right is there. Okay, you can see this is the Sunday ID, and if you see this is the also having ID or not. Yeah, ID it is there. Okay, and male and female. Okay, now male it is there. For the male right side there is a female. Okay, I need to click right side of one. Okay, male, which is the male having for right side, that particular value I need to click. Okay, now this is also input, but I'll take as a male ID. Okay, and then female ID will take, and male we can click. Okay, now here to right locator. Okay, constant to right locator and by dot and male. Okay, we saved for this. Now, by using this, we need to click for the right side one. Okay, constant to right value. Okay, await driver dot find element, and we can use for locate with locate with. Okay, by dot css selector, and the tag as an input. Okay, and then we can use for to right of. Okay, this particular locator. Okay, now we are in that particular locator and we need to click for right side, right? Now I will use for to right of, instead of send keys I will use for click function. Okay, now see female also clicked. Okay, now similar format we can choose for, we need to choose for to right side or to left side. Okay, for this I'll take for female attribute, which is the female attribute having for left side of the value. Okay, now I'm taking this value. Now constant to left locator. Okay, await driver dot find element, and we can use for by dot id, and then this is my id. Okay, now here I'm going to use for constant to left value. Okay, await driver dot find element, and then we can use for locate with to left of. Okay, and then here we can use for to clicking that particular left action. Okay, and near also I'll do, then we can see for remaining things. Okay, near locator. Okay, near locator, for this near locator I'm going to take the Sunday. Okay, from the Sunday you can see, if you feel Monday, this is very lengthy. Okay, it is very length, right? Which is the 50 pixel it is there nearby. If you imagine, this is the 50 pixel, this is a Friday. Okay, I want to click the Friday, then I'll take for Sunday value. Okay, this is my id. Okay, and constant near locator, await driver dot find element by dot id. Okay, and now I'm going to click that particular one, constant near value, await driver dot find element, and locate with by dot css, that is input tag. Okay, near. Okay, after the near locator we can use for 1000 pixel or distance. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. Okay, uh, and we can use for near value. Okay, we can clicking for the Friday one. Okay, now we can see now all the things one time. See, all the things are working perfect, right? Like this we can able to do for near. I hope this entire concept helped for you. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.